Good afternoon, good evening, and good night, everyone, and welcome to this edition of KerbSide Collections, the first ever sequel I've ever done. A follow-up interview last fortnight. You would have heard round one with Richard and his amazing collection. This week we are going to talk about Richard's road trip across America to get that massive 20,000 plus collection to his new home in Oregon, Portland, Oregon, and maybe discuss some more movies along the way. Welcome to the show, Richard. Thanks for coming back. How you doing?
Well, it's been an adventure.
Yeah. Have you recovered physically from the big move?
I think so. Like everything that could go wrong with this move did. I
Mm.
think even when you and I talked January, I think it was.
Yeah,
It's
January.
been a
Yeah,
while.
yeah.
Like I had not we started the move. We had the whole truck packed and then the house sale fell through. So we moved
Yes.
anyway and hadn't sold, which I find interesting and
Okay.
traumatizing. Oh yeah. So everything came with us. We ended up having to put it into a storage unit for an extra month. The house sold, fortunately, to 6 days later.
Oh,
So it
nice.
wasn't long.
Yeah,
So I got
good.
lucky there. I
Yeah.
sold it to an actor, which is even more impressive to me.
Oh, anyone we know?
Probably not.
Okay.
I, I, I don't know if he'd be upset for me talking about it or not, but his name is Gary Croker.
Doesn't ring a bell to me, but
He
is
used to
he
be
a
on
screen
Saturday Night
actor?
Live. Yeah, he was on
Oh,
Saturday Night Live and a Disney movie called The Return of the Shaggy Dog.
Gary Croker, did you say?
Kroger, Kroeger.
Oh,
I did feel like that
Kruger.
was fitting. If somebody was going to buy my house, I'm kind of glad that it was an actor.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's great. It is fitting, to be honest. Sorry, I'm looking this guy up and so I'm kind of not
Yeah,
thinking of questions at
no
the moment.
worries.
Yeah, he's in a lot of stuff. Okay.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
82 to 85 on SNL. There you go. That's awesome. That's really cool. So did you let him know he's got a movie room set up? The whole basement
Yes,
good to
yes,
go.
yes. Yeah, I've had a lot of really great conversations with him. He seems like a really good dude.
Yeah, cool.
So
That's really
we
cool.
we uh, ended up out here. Everything took an extra month. We had to find a house that had a basement that would allow my
Yep.
collection.
Yeah, yeah.
So originally, I think the plan was to record in just a couple of months, and here we are. Like it's been like five.
Yeah, well, 5, 6 at least. Half a year's
Yeah,
gone. They go quicker the older you get, right? So along the way, then, I mean, I don't have a lot of questions planned for you for what we're going to talk about your collection, but have you added much more? Have you found anything out there in your new place
yeah.
of any new shopping joints that you can build your collection up?
Yes, yes, and yes. I've like there's movie madness, not movie madness. Movie madness is the it's a rental store. That's pretty amazing, but it's not really something that you buy things at. But they actually have props and stuff from movies, like the
Oh,
coat
yeah,
from
right.
Blackbeard's Ghost, which I thought was super fascinating. I found a store called Variety Records, which is phenomenal. It's like a massive dream come true.
Yeah, love something like that here.
Music Millennia is another great store that's out here. And there's a Barnes and Noble in the Lloyd Shopping Center that has, I swear, the amount of movies wall space I do for movies for sale.
Right,
So
wow. Yeah, right.
I would love to say that I have not added to my collection, but I have.
I need to take advantage of that Criterion sale.
Yes, I'm very lucky because that's one of the spots that would have them. So I was
Mm.
super excited that they actually have such a great selection.
So we are going to
Um,
we're obviously going to show the pictures of your new show in the post when this goes to air next. Well, when it goes to air
very
in a couple of weeks.
I can tell you that I was very happy. I didn't have anything break in the move.
Yeah, that's good.
Nothing.
That's
Nothing.
really good.
Nothing. Like I had this glass ducktail set and it survived and I was so panicked about it.
So
Some of my
I do want to, I guess, discuss the logistics of it because you have so many movies. Like, you had a special truck just for that, and then I was have to assume another truck just for your furniture and whatnot.
So we ended up only bringing one truck. Originally I thought it was going to be two.
Right.
Yep, that plan changed. My nephew has a CDL driver's license, so he drove
Hmm.
it. It was a 26-foot truck, and I reduced myself to 7 pieces of furniture, and the rest of the stuff was my stuff.
Okay. So do you have to rebuy a lot of your furniture in
Yeah,
Oregon? Yeah.
we
Okay.
did. But
Oh, for
in
the sake of
fairness,
the movies, though, I love. I mean, that's cool. That's really poetic, actually.
but then I have friends, the Onions, they flew out from Vermont to build me my shelves. So,
Yes, yeah, that's crazy. That's so great.
like, I'm super happy. I'm gonna hopefully I'll have you post a link if you would to their to their website if
Yeah,
anybody liked the work that they did.
yeah,
Because
definitely.
I'm just like I couldn't believe that they did that for me, and it was super wonderful.
Mm. Yeah, and they've done a really good job. The new room looks
It, it
fantastic.
it looks so cool, and it's set up
Yeah.
in a spot where I pace when I walk and talk,
Yep,
and I'm
yep.
pacing in a circle, and I just keep going around my collection,
Doing
and I
laps,
love
yeah, yeah.
it.
So I guess just for the listeners, because obviously this isn't a visual show. It's effectively just a room within the house that you've pretty much converted into a video store, kind of,
It,
right? Like,
it does look like a video store, doesn't it? It really
yeah,
does. I don't think
yeah.
I've ever been so proud of this.
Yeah, yeah, and honestly, I mean, as mega as your last collection was, this one looks a bit more compact, a bit more neat. Neat's probably not the right word, but it just looks more organized, I suppose.
Well, the thing is that all the shelves are they're floor to ceiling shelves all along the
Yeah.
walls, and they're all made for DVDs. So if you look at those pictures that I know you posted last week, so
Yep.
if you go and look at them, you'll see that there's different sized displays everywhere. The
Hmm.
room was never utilized to its absolutely full potential,
Yeah.
and I didn't really
Yeah.
need to because it was spread out.
Yes. It was a lot bigger
Oregon
room than what you've got now. Yeah.
Oregon's pricing is a little bit different than Vermont's for houses.
Mm. Gotcha.
So I had
Yep.
to downsize the size of my house. So that means, well, it got a little bit more condensed. That being said, like I have room now for my VHSs in here as well.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like, I'm sure that you saw on some of the footage, I actually have a lot of my VHSs displayed that I didn't have displayed in my other one.
Mm.
So, what he did is he took the idea and then we just kept going with it. And there's room to add. So,
Yeah.
and I know
That's.
that you're going to post photos for these guys.
Hmm.
So, I have a shelf that goes sideways down through the center of the room. I have
Hmm.
room to put another half shelf, maybe a full, to come out and still have room to come in the door and be perfectly fine with the posters and stuff up front.
Yeah. You've got to, as a collector, you've got to have that future planning, your future proofing, don't you? Because I mean, this is
Yeah,
your room is very full, and you kind of think you won't want to be collecting too
every
much
section's
more.
room, and there's hidden nooks. So if you look, you're going to
Mm.
see like pop figures and stuff on
Mm.
the shelves. And, I have those things in there that take up space that are displayed. That space
Yeah.
can ultimately, the item can be taken out and movies can be put in its place too.
Yeah.
So what I tried to do is I try to make it so it doesn't look empty. And where I have
Yes. Yeah.
room, I like to display where I can.
Yeah, to be honest, I do something similar. Obviously, my collection's about a tenth of yours, but I do something
Your
similar. Like you
collection's
do.
pretty though.
Thank you. Yeah, I like to. I am pretty proud of my collection. When people come to the house, they go, "Geez, you've got a lot of movies." I'm like, not compared to some people I know.
I get that too.
Oh, really? Do you know
Yeah.
people
Oh
with
yeah.
more than what you've got, like bigger collections? I mean, I'm
Not
sure there
personally.
is. There's always a bigger
There is.
fish, but
Every now and then I see one online. It's just so few and far between. But I
mm,
love it when people come over to my house and they don't know and they don't expect, and you see them walk into the room and then they get that look.
yeah,
Usually it's a
yeah.
look like, oh my God, this is cool, and oh my God, you were freaking nuts, all at the same time.
Yeah, yeah. Look, I have seen the same look in people's eyes at my stuff because I'm in a, my living area is like a what do you call it? Like an open plate, open span place, and I'm in kind of
Okay.
a semi share house, I suppose. So I don't utilize the room I have in this house well enough. Because it is temporary. So I have
Yeah.
plans for when I get at my own place, and because my kids are grown up and it's just me, I do have plans for what I'd like to have. Whether that happens is a different story.
Very fair. I will say that the walls came out exactly as I designed on paper. Jeremy pulled that
Mm,
off to a T. I originally, you've seen these little shelves that I have here on the side, right? The little three steps. Folks
yes,
will see.
yeah,
So those little three steps, I
they're actually
originally
pretty
were going to
funky.
have them. I was going to have them zigzagged, and I wanted to make it
Uh-huh.
like a library, so you'd have to go around the shelves. I also thought they were a little bigger when I
Hmm.
bought them because I hadn't
Uh-huh.
seen them because they're store bought shelves. They're not something Jeremy built.
Yep.
And well, when I realized it, that's how the other shelf even got brought in. And
Yeah.
I have a friend of mine that's going to be moving here. And originally, I was thinking maybe he would want it because this shelf was left in the house. That he might want
Okay.
to because he collects Nike shoes. And I
Right.
thought this might be a great that square. All these
Hmm.
squares might be great to display shoes in. But then
Yeah.
I realized, okay, that'll actually work really well in my movie room, which I never expected. So
Yeah. Okay. I mean,
that
yeah, it
wasn't
looks.
part of the plan. It just happened.
I actually like how you've broken up because when you've got rows and rows of movies, there can be a monotony to it, but you've split it up really well with your different spacing and different sizes to fit in your collector editions, like your never-ending storybook and your I Dream of Jeannie
Right.
shelf and all
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I mean, it looks really good because it's broken up. It's easier on the eye than just looking through rows and rows of movies.
And doing this, if you also notice here, there's levels.
Yes.
It
Yep.
gives me displays. And I
Yeah.
have determined that every 30 days I'm going to change out those displays
Oh,
as if I
really?
were in a store and feature a different movie.
Yeah,
Because
that's
right now I have
awesome.
two featured and
Yeah,
I
oh, well,
have my
yeah.
Roger Rabbit featured. But then when I got the Sign Museum's Roger
Hmm.
Rabbit, I wanted to display that first.
Yeah, right. That's really cool. That's really cool. So
But
after listening back to the last show, I've got a couple of questions for you, and this mainly relates to. Okay, I'll ask this one first, but how many titles do you think you add per month to your collection now? I mean, because you have so many, I can't imagine it's a mega
like
amount.
like so right now, if you see this little pile here, I'm sorry
Hmm.
guys, you can't see this. That's Can you see that okay?
Yeah, yeah, yep. So what you got there about 25
Yeah, and I
ish?
picked those up since that's what I picked up since we've actually moved in.
Oh wow.
So
Okay.
we moved in, so that's a month and a half.
Yep.
So probably figure 25, 30 movies a month,
Okay,
somewhere in
that's
there.
pretty good for a collection that size. It still seems like a lot. Yeah,
There's still a lot I need.
yeah. I love the word need. I love how you say need, not want. It's because I
Correct.
do the same. I know I've got it. Yeah, one of my mates is like, "Oh yeah, you need it, do you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I do. I actually do
Yes,
need it."
yes, I do.
It's
Thanks.
the collector's cry. Yeah, I need that. I need, and I guess it relate to anything you collect. I mean, I've for some reason I've started seeing not related, I suppose, but it's just the collector mindset where a lot of videos I see on TikTok of these pop. I don't know if you have the same craze in America, but those Lububu fucking things called there's a store called Pop Mart and they sell these figurines and it's basically like gambling. Like you buy these little figurines in a box and you unwrap them, they're collectibles, and you kind of, you get there's only like 10 in a set or whatever, depends on the set. Have you heard of these
I have
places?
not. I mean, I
Okay.
know what pop figures are, but if they're not pop figures, then no.
No, they're not. They're not pop vinyls. They're actual just different. There's a whole store in Australia. I think they mainly come from Asia. Like I don't know if it's Japanese or Chinese store, but there's a few of them in the bigger malls around here, and it's called Pop Mart, and they just sell just shelves and shelves of just basically toys that you gamble with. And they're not cheap. Like you buy each one is like 20 odd bucks at least, and it's
Are they
complete gamble
movie
as to what
themed?
you get. Oh yeah, you get movie themed. There's a lot of Pixar ones. There's actually a lot of Disney ones. You probably should Google it because there'll be stuff in there that you'll fall in love with. Because I'm looking
I
at it.
probably couldn't Google it.
Yeah, well, maybe not. Actually, maybe not. My daughter went to one last week with her friend, and she was FaceTiming me, and I'm looking at the show. I was going, "Oh God, I'd love to get a lot of Toy Story things and just Pixar in general." And I'm like, "I'd love to do that, but I do not want to spend 20 bucks on each because 20 bucks is a movie ish, or at least it's not as much as they would look
Right.
good. I'm like, I don't have the space to store these things and display them and blah blah blah. As cool as they
So
are.
I did buy this.
Oh,
Have you ever
that's
seen
awesome.
this?
Oh yeah, yeah, I
So
love.
what we're looking at,
Yeah,
guys, is they have a meme that says "Take my money" with Fry from Futurama,
yeah,
and I got him as a physical figure because my
that's
husband was
great.
groaning as he was spending money. I now have this sitting on the fireplace. Yes, guys, I have a fireplace in my new one in my new room. I now have him sitting on the fireplace because it's
That's
like there's my
awesome.
little ode to Josh. I
Well,
also this room I
almost
also
like
had room for my R2D2 too, which I didn't have room in my other one for.
yes, yeah, which is weird. Again, this is what testament to how well they've done with the shelving because the other room was definitely what twice the size of this room, and you couldn't display.
Not twice, but it is. I'm gonna say there's one wall. Like there's
Right,
one my Disney section. If you look at my Disney section, that's the part I couldn't picture in my brain
right,
on the shelf, and the
right.
rest pretty much fits it. Probably I probably lost like 10 feet.
Is that all? Because the pictures
It's
don't
really
do it
not bad.
justice. Because the pictures from the old place look like that room was gigantic, like it was massive.
It was also shorter, so I couldn't stand up like
Ah,
with how much room. So
okay.
that
Bit of
was like
headroom
here.
there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I'm
So you got
six
extra.
one.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah. So we have quite a bit of space now that I could
Yeah.
bring the shelf higher.
Yes. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. All right.
So that's why my paranoia, because I looked at Jeremy and was like, I don't know if this is gonna fit. And he was like, your room was shorter. He was like, you're gonna have at least another two shelves for each section.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah.
So I gained space upwards as
So
well.
yeah, which makes a big difference. So you got floor to ceiling movies, guys. Like this is it's great. I know I want something very similar to that. Yeah.
It's floor ceiling.
Yeah, literally floor to ceiling shelves. We'll definitely be posting pictures of this, so hopefully you get to look at those at the same time on the Instagram page. Last interview, you were talking about how you go to a lot of Comic Cons and you've met some. I do want to ask about the celebrities you've met that you've had good and bad interactions with.
So most of the celebrities I've ever met, I've had really good interactions with.
Good.
The only one that I didn't really have an amazing interaction with was Terry Pratchett.
Okay.
So he's an author of the Discworld books for you guys that don't
Yeah.
know, and
Yeah.
there's a couple of movies out there and an animated series. So when I got to meet him, they wouldn't allow us to talk to him or to touch him. He just got up there and he took photos with us because he
Right.
was frail at that point. So
Okay.
they just didn't want to put him through. But then when I met Barbara Eden, and that woman is what, 92? Like she was
Wow.
so sweet and she
Yeah.
talked and like I went to Rhode Island for her.
Wow. Yeah.
And
So
I
is
got to meet
that
Shannon Doherty too that day, which
uh
I'm very lucky after everything. So
yeah, so I've heard, look, a lot of people love her and well, I've heard Kevin
she
Smith talk about her and she seems like she was such a genuine person and a take no bullshit type of person.
she's great unless you're an exec.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. And good, look, that's great. I love that attitude. You know, she stood up for herself and the things she believed in and the friends as well. Like you hear a lot of drama between her and Alyssa Milano from Charmed and whatnot. Like you hear a lot of those stories, but it's yeah, I think she would have been a good person to meet.
I pick and choose who I meet. I got to meet
Yeah.
Bruce Campbell because he
Oh,
was just a
sweet.
blast.
Yeah, cool. It would have been awesome fun.
Him and I were had the conversation. I try when I go to pick up a movie that they would never admit to because these
Yes, yeah.
people see so many people. How else are they going to remember me?
Hmm?
So I'm trying to get something that will trigger their memory.
Yeah, and you're not going to
So
take
I
him Evil
learned
Dead, are you? So,
the very first person who I ever met was Frank Gorshin, the Riddler
okay.
from Batman, and he was in a Disney movie called That Darn Cat. So
Yes.
I brought my That Darn Cat book,
Right.
which and I'm in there and everybody has all their Batman stuff. And he looked
Hmm.
at me and he was like, "You're the very first person that has ever asked me to autograph anything from That Darn Cat." This is in 2000,
Yeah,
so
right.
we've had a
Wow.
lot of years. So I was
Yeah.
kind of startled by that. The
Yeah.
next year when I went there, he was there again. And even though I didn't go in line, I one of my friends did, and I was kind of, and he looked up and he's like, "You're That Darn Cat guy,"
That's
and
awesome. I love it.
that's what
Uh-huh.
got me the idea to get the movies that they would never admit to.
Yeah, yeah. That's interesting.
So so Bruce Campbell, I finally decided that I was going to do Jack of all trades because I couldn't pick,
Hmm.
and he's noted for bad movies.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah. Yeah.
he's noted for bad movies. So like, and he was like, oh, because I told him my hypothesis one, and he was like, oh, he was like, I've never had really bad movies. I've loved them all. He was like, what'd you have in mind? I'm like, well, I said for a little while I thought Herbie the Love Bug, and he was like, Herbie the Love Bug was such a fun movie to make, and
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. It was like, well, how about Gold Rush? And he's like, oh, you do know movies, and he clammed up. I don't
Oh,
even know what's wrong with Gold Rush. Like Gold Rush was cute. It's Dr. Quinnish. It's not
okay.
like it's a movie with Alyssa Milano and it's a true life story in the I think it's Alaskan wilderness.
Okay. I've never heard
So,
of it, but yeah.
but it's not a horror movie. It's not a bad movie. It's just a
Hmm.
family. And when he clammed up, it's like, oh, if I meet you again, that's the one I'm picking.
That's cool.
I got
So,
to meet Christopher Lloyd,
awesome.
which is he has a lot of Vermont ties, and he was even in our local Paramount Theater there. He was there to perform Death of the Salesman because
Huh?
he used to come up. I think it was his brother
Yes.
that used to do this stuff there too. And when I met him, I was like, I'm when it was like, nice to meet you. I'm from Vermont. And he was like, really? It was like, Rutland. He's like, no way. It was like, and I had to come here to meet you. And he started laughing. And of course, I finally selected Roger Rabbit for that one because I have a
Yeah,
hard
he's
time
great
picking
in
his
Roger.
movies too.
Yeah, he's great in Roger Rabbit.
But yeah,
Yeah, yeah. He's
um,
in a lot, Christopher Lloyd, actually.
I've met, I've met, yep, Nathan Fillion
Ah, yes.
from Castle.
Was he,
Yeah,
what's he like?
he's super friendly. He's
Yeah.
super awesome. He touched my arm here. I'm very happy.
You ever watched
Well,
it since?
I didn't get his autograph. Because he was expensive. So it was either a
Mm,
photo or an autograph, and I had to pick. And I'm
right.
like, no, no, I'm gonna do the photo. I'm gonna do the photo.
Yeah,
I'm
photos
so
would be
glad I
better than
did.
an autograph. Yeah.
So that made me really, really happy. I got to meet, yeah, Arrow.
Arrow.
I can't think of his name. Yeah, from Arrow.
Amel? What's his name?
Yeah,
That's one of them
hang
because they're
on.
twins, right?
You think I'd remember this better because I was super excited to meet him. My friend at the time was very into Arrow and was obsessing, so he was more excited.
Robbie Amel?
And I'm like, our
Steven.
Stephen Amell.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
which is the one that's in that Amazon show Upgrade? Is it Robbie or Steven?
I haven't seen it, so I'm not sure.
Oh, haven't you? You should check
No,
out
I
Upgrade. Upgrade's a really good show.
I will have to do that.
Yeah, it's Robbie. It's his brother.
So I was excited to get to meet him. I got to meet Alexis from Castle as well. Oh, and
Okay.
I got to meet. Oh crap! I didn't even meet her for me. Two of my friends said she's going to be there. Bring me an autograph. She's the actress from with Nathan Fillion in that superhero shorts. It was Nathan Fillion and oh crap! I wish you could edit these. Um,
Superhero shorts.
yeah, it was a short film, Doctor Sing Along Blog, Doctor something,
Yes. I know because I didn't. Josh Whedon directed that, right?
Doctor Horrible Sing Along Blog. There we go.
Yeah.
Now we're almost to her. My brain is. In fairness, I worked all day. Felicia Day. Never mind. It came to me before you looked it up.
I
Felicia
know the
Day.
name. I don't know the.
Hers was a lot of fun because I was in her line and I barely knew her because I'd only seen the Doctor Horrible sing along blog, which I told her. I was like, I'm here because two friends asked me to. It was like, so I have one for each of them. I gave her my names and she's like, two friends. She's like, do you want to make them jealous? And I'm like, sure. She's like, okay. She comes around the table and she comes over. She takes a photo with me. And like we weren't even supposed to. It was supposed to, and I was so blown away by that
That's
because
awesome.
I did not know who she was. And yeah, I suppose you're just admitting that. And I still bought two autographs from her. She must have been pretty happy.
Yeah,
Um,
I'd be too scared to admit that, thinking, oh well, he's not here for me. Like he doesn't know who I am, but he's here for someone else. Like screw you. But yeah, the fact that she was really nice about it, that's really cool.
she was super.
I'd never heard of her, honestly.
Oh, wow. Oh,
No.
that surprises me because she was in Supernatural too.
Yeah, I've not seen. Yeah, I
So,
don't watch. I've never seen that. I know she's in The Rookie as well. I'm just looking her up now. I don't think
oh,
she's
that
been
makes
in
sense. 'Cause
anything I've seen.
wow.
Maybe Robot Chicken, but that's about it. Yeah, yeah. I'm scrolling through
Um,
her list. Never been in a thing I've seen.
so
Or
weird.
yeah, she's in a lot of stuff too.
Yeah. Like she's pretty
Uh
well known. I was so
yeah.
mad that I didn't actually know. Like I was so mad that I actually didn't know who she was.
Yeah, yeah. Well, she was. Oh, okay. She was in Buffy. She's in eight episodes of Buffy back in the day. That's interesting. Just does not ring a bell. Okay. Anyway, what else are we up to? What else do we want to discuss? So you've got plans for more room. We've already talked about that. Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about regarding the
Well, I
move?
also got to meet. I think it's Abigail Breslin.
Oh yes, yeah, I know her. Oh, what the hell? Yeah, lost you there for a sec. Sorry, you were talking about someone else you were going to
But yeah,
meet.
Abigail Breslin, my
Yep.
ex-wife, her and I we were having this fight, and we were talking about the divorce during Comic Con, and we had this fight. We'd gone to separate ends of the building, and she texted me, and she was like, "I'm trying to get to this. It was a movie." About a couple of teenage. She was a witch in Georgia. She made stairs. I saw the movie once. It wasn't a movie I watched for me.
That
And
Abigail Breslin
Trish
is
had
in.
wanted, huh?
Abigail Breslin is in that movie.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think it was her. I think that's the name. Because I had to go look up as I know she was from Zombieland too as well. So I had to go see it
Yeah.
to be like, who was it? And my ex-wife, she was like, I'm trying to find her. Like she was down at the stage where they were talking about the movie. And then all of a sudden they all moved upstairs to go sign autographs and you couldn't get from the room downstairs to where they were going to go sign. And she's like, "Will you see if you can seek her out to get the autograph?" So I got into their line, and I got up, and the women were very sweet. They were very nice, and it was like I'm here for my, I was like I'm here for my wife. She sent me because she couldn't find you, and she was like, "Well, that's just the sweetest thing I've ever heard." So we're sitting there talking, like, yeah, she was watching this. She got stuck in the room, so she wrote on this poster. She was like, "To Trish, you have the best husband ever," and I thought that was absolutely hysterical.
Yeah, that's great. She's kind of
So
gone off the
yeah,
radar a bit, Abigail. It's like she was in a
I'm
lot of
pretty
big
sure
stuff.
I can tell you that the movie took place in Savannah, and there was something about a staircase that it wasn't it had a lot of plot holes. I know that it wasn't a movie I added to my collection.
She's in a lot of movies, but I none of those ring a bell to me, to be
But
honest.
she played she in Zombieland too. They kind of picked her up, and then they thought she was a zombie and left her, and then she
Mm.
comes back later and she wasn't a zombie. So her.
Yeah. That's Abigail. Yeah,
That's what I thought. Yeah.
yeah.
So she's in the movie. But she was so sweet, and I thought that was. And I've had a lot of good experiences with actors. I got to tell you, I just have.
Yeah, that's good. That's actually
Barbara
well,
Eden was delightful too.
yeah, that's really good to hear, to be honest. Yeah, I'm going to be total professional here. I have zero other questions for you, but I mean, I probably did want to, if you wanted to tell more about your road trip across this, across the country.
So it took us 5 days. We
Okay.
took an extra day when we realized we could go see Mount Rushmore. My nephew hadn't seen it, and I hadn't seen it. So Josh was like, "All right, we can alter it. We can go one more day." And
Yeah.
so we went out of our way to go see that, and that was super
Was
cool. It was like the one big fun thing we did on the trip.
okay. Or otherwise, it was all just business, just
It was
target in
just trying
mind
to get
type of thing.
across. But because we did that too, he had a coworker that had moved out to Montana. So we were
Hmm.
able to swing up and have breakfast with her one day on our way through
Okay.
too.
Yep.
So it killed a couple of birds with one stone. And Josh has been to 49 states out of 50, and
Wow.
I've been to 47 now.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
yeah, we're both missing North Dakota, and I am missing Hawaii and Alaska.
So these 6 states in Australia, I've only been to four of them. There's still,
Oh, wow.
and yeah, I'm
But
just like,
Australia's pretty big.
well, it's the same size as the US, pretty much. Like it's only a minute smaller than the actual US. But I'm not a traveler, to be honest. I don't like traveling too much.
So so that was a lot of fun. The movie room took 4 days to build. I should probably mention that.
Yep. Yep.
And
Yep.
I had him leave. Now, before you saw the squares that I had, because I actually had
Hmm.
the squares double stacked there. I wanted these mainly so I had display parts.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I have a couple of cool things. Like I imported the season 1 and 2 of the Smurfs from Australia.
Oh, wow.
I imported them probably a year ago, but they came out like 3 years ago.
Okay. Who released those? Because I've never knew we had that, to be honest.
Oh, they are released by. Let's find out. That's a really good question.
Doesn't say.
Magna,
Magna? No.
Magna Home Entertainment. Ever heard of them?
I do not believe they exist anymore. That's interesting.
Oh,
So, yeah, I've never heard of them. Never heard of Magna Home Entertainment. There you go.
and then I tried to set up each square differently this time. Like normally I have a much bigger Titanic section, and I toned it down when I was doing my displays because I kept thinking I don't need all of them. Maybe less is more. So I have a couple of Titanic displays. I have my Ghostbusters because I had the Steelbook of the Time Life set. I thought that
Yeah,
was
that
cool.
looks cool.
And I now have the
Yeah.
old VHS too. But then
Yeah.
I did this. I set up like a Quentin Tarantino square
Nice.
and a Stanley Kubrick square. And then down here I have my Steven Spielberg square.
I
And then over
love
here I
that.
mixed it with Tarantino and Spielberg. Which one?
That's a really cool idea, actually. I like that.
I thought it
Are
was a
you
neat
going to
idea.
rotate
But
those around?
yeah, I probably will. I did this way. They're actually my best friend's favorite directors too, and I thought like since he's moving out here that he would have more of a reason to go into the movie room and Google them.
Yep. Yeah. So you've got a separate
When
room where you actually watch your movies, obviously. I don't think we've really covered
yeah, I
that.
watched them upstairs. I even before whenever I post the pictures, everybody gives me crap about your TV is so little, and you have probably have
Yes,
seen some of those
I did see
at
some
some.
comments like that. Yeah.
It's
Some people are
very
just
annoying when it
smart asses.
happens,
Yeah. It's like 20, and you've got, yeah.
and it's like So, and you and I talked. You actually gave me a couple of ideas,
Yeah.
which these guys probably find fun, because originally I was toying with putting an idea of putting the TV over the fireplace when you
Hmm.
guys see it,
Yep.
and we talked about that, and then I think we kind of came up with it's not necessarily as good of an idea, and maybe I shouldn't do that because there's no real place to sit down here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'd be running like commercials or something on it. The other thing you
Or
did
run
was
trailers.
my Oscar display. You really improved too,
I did.
because
Okay.
you don't remember.
I
Is that
remember saying
something
something about it, but I didn't know
you
you
had
actually.
wanted me to move the Oscar display? I only had it on one shelf,
Yeah. Yep.
and you'd
Yep.
wanted me to move it over to the end shelf, and there was too many
Right.
movies because of how
Yeah.
much there
Yeah.
were. So
Yeah.
it was like, well, it was like, what if we made it two shelves? So this idea really came from you.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad I helped. I think I helped. I did say
You
that
did.
the gaps between your movies, see, there's a lot of empty space between where your movies are and the top of the shelf that they sit on. Like that's,
So these are the display shelves, and Jeremy made them all so I could fit things like my Oscar,
yeah, yeah.
which had the height, so that like when I actually go to do it, that's why.
Yeah, I mean
Just
that's
like
fair, but yeah. It's
these are very specific size because I wanted to fit the never ending story.
mm,
And that's a very large set of my term set, which is huge.
yeah, they look great. They're perfect in there. They look really good.
And the Dr. Quinn and of course Dark Shadows.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah. Now,
It's
have you seen any movies in the theater recently?
me, since we last spoke, I've actually been in the movies more than usual for me. I mean, Sinners
I'm
is
assuming
still
you
the
saw F1.
standout. I did see F1, yes.
I have not yet. I promised Dave I would wait for him. I did not break my word. I have not seen F1, but I want to. It's bad. Is it a good movie?
Look. As everyone knows, I'm a hardcore Formula One fan, and even for me, there's a lot of bullshit in it. As an F1 fan, knowing the rules and how the sport runs, there's a lot of stuff that happens in the movies. Just like it would never happen. It would just never happen the way it happens.
Yep.
But I'm loving the reactions of people who just love movies and see it. Like it is a spectacle. Like it's
It's
really
gonna
impressive filmmaking.
it's gonna bring a lot of attention to F1 though.
I
Actually
think
gain people, I think.
yeah, and that's the point of it. That's what I actually wrote in my review is that this movie achieved what it set out to achieve, which is to bring attention to the sport. Like it's a really well done. It's very much people keep calling it Top Gun, but with cars. That pisses me off because it's not at all. It's not true. Because I mean, I can see why they think that because it is produced by Jerry Bruckheimer and it is very much in that the storyline is very much a 80s/90s Bruckheimer Don Simpson type of story.
Yep.
There's a wedged in romance that doesn't really need to be there. There's just some stuff with it, especially in the last race that I don't want to spoil it, but there's a red flag. He causes a red flag, which would never be a red flag. They would never stop the race for what happens. There's stuff with the pit stops that really pisses me off because the way he manipulates races would be completely illegal. He'd actually be kicked out of the sport for some of the things he does in this movie and gets away with. But other than that, the action is great. The racing is amazing. The way it's shot and filmed is so impressive. Brad Pitt, I actually think Brad Pitt's really good in this. He's basically, for me, I've heard people like rag on his performance in this, but for me, I thought he was really good. He's actually quite nuanced in certain areas. Like he's actually kind of playing an elevated version of Cliff Booth. I think he's basically Cliff Booth
Oh, that's
extra.
awesome. I love
Yeah.
Cliff.
Yeah. That's what it feels like to me. Like it's just this late career Brad Pitt persona, I think, which I really like.
I do
This,
too. Like Babylon. I love Babylon.
yeah, I love Babylon too. The hate that movie cops is beyond my understanding. I don't understand it, which is why I guess I said it's beyond my understanding. Because yeah, Babylon's great. I do have an issue with the ending of Babylon. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I have that
I put
steelbook.
Babylon with it.
I had to import that steelbook because we didn't even get a 4K of Babylon in Australia. I only went to Blu-ray and DVD, which drives me crazy. I love
Yep.
that Gene Kelly little figure you got there. That's great. I love singing. Singing in
I,
the
got-
Rain's amazing.
I put Singing in the Rain there too, but I just had to show you.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you seen a movie called Day of the Locusts?
No, but I've heard of it.
If you want to,
I need to watch that.
if you think Babylon was inspired by Singing in the Rain, watch Day of the Locusts. Then you'll go, oh, this. No one has, other than me that I know of, has come out and said Babylon is very much like Day of the Locusts.
I'll add that to my list instantly.
Yeah,
I
it's
have been to see a lot of different movies though. Like I was really, really I fell in love with a movie called On Swift Horses. Nobody seems to
yeah.
heard of it or watched it. It only got a DVD release in the States.
Did you tell me about that? Because I saw something
I
about it recently. It
probably
might have
did.
been because of you. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I probably did. It's got the kid from Saltburn in it.
Barry Keegan.
No, the other one.
Oh, Jacob Elordi. Yeah, there we go.
There it is.
Oh, and
Thanks.
Daisy Edgar
I
Jones
can,
as well. Will Poulter as well. It's got a good cast. Okay. Why has no
yeah,
one?
it's a really, really good. And Across the River and Through the Trees got a release, but only as DVD, and that made me sad too.
Yeah, that sucks, doesn't it? You know, the
Yeah,
studios do that when it comes down to how much they make at the box office. Because if movies don't make much at the box office, they're like, well, we're not going to put it on Blu-ray or 4K because no one saw it at the cinema, so they're not going to see it at home. Completely
but they didn't
misunderstanding. People don't go to the cinema
play
anymore
it in
because
the
it's too
cinema.
fucking expensive.
Right. It's very obnoxious.
It's yeah, the cinema has gone beyond the working man's entertainment. Especially like it's too expensive for
Right.
families to go. Once you hire a babysitter, or even if you take your kids, it's
But they
$150
work.
trip, right?
Right.
It's expensive.
Easily. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
getting
I'm
out of
lucky. We
hand.
have one of the chains called Regal.
Hmm.
They have a thing that you pay for monthly, a subscription service.
Yes, yeah,
So I pay $25 a month and I get into unlimited movies.
yeah. That's amazing, isn't it?
And then if one of my friends goes and they buy it as well, then you can even put your two accounts together and buy
Right.
seats together.
Okay,
So
that's cool. That's
it
really good.
it was kind of how I get to go see so many movies.
It'd be
And
good if
now
they
that
did
I'm
that in
here in Portland,
Australia.
theaters now. I didn't have theaters where I was.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah. You said that. I remember you saying that. So how many theaters you got around you? Are they good ones?
so right now I have been to seven of them, I think, but there's like
Hmm.
30 and that are within the 20-minute radius. There's a lot of mom and pop theaters here, a lot of theaters
Oh,
that have food and
yeah.
alcohol
Yeah. Okay.
and they have showings of like new movies and old movies. Like Josh surprised me with tickets to go see Troop Beverly Hills, which
Ah.
okay, I looked at it. It's like, for one, you're gonna hate this movie. Two, I have a fondness from childhood for it, but I didn't necessarily need to see it in the theater. But I'm still not unhappy that we did that.
Yeah. It's there's a couple of theaters north of me in Brisbane, which is kind of really difficult to get to be honest, that show a lot of. We don't have enough of those cinemas around here that show like the old classics. There is
Yeah,
one pretty close to me that's actually doing a run of a lot of the 4K runs of the Akira Kurosawa films and whatnot at the moment, but I don't know. I don't like to leave the house too much to do that. Or I don't have anyone to do it with, so I don't. Did
that's
you?
the problem.
I did see the
That's
new.
one thing that hurts me here is that I don't have my friend group.
Yeah, yeah,
And Dave's not
yeah.
here yet. Dave is the one that's kind of was going to be the one that rescued me from this because
Right.
I'm very much of an extrovert. And so he didn't
Okay.
come and my husband works overnights.
Right.
So and he doesn't change his schedule even on his days off. So I'm alone a lot.
Right.
So it's honestly getting to me a little bit, but Dave will be here soon.
Mm.
So once he actually gets here, it's going to smooth out. And now I have a job, so I might meet other people finally.
Yeah, that's good. That yeah, I mean, yeah, I totally get that. Yeah, for me, I'm a loner by nature, so I don't need people to survive.
Sadly, that's what Dave is too.
Yeah, yeah, right. I'm very happy with my own company most of the time. So I don't stress too hard about being alone. I mean, you have moments, I suppose, but overall, I'm happy doing what I do. I
Yeah.
do want to talk about seeing movies in the cinema. The Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. Have you gotten to see that?
Haven't seen it. Haven't seen it
Okay.
yet. I will though. How is it? Good.
I'm an apologist for these films. People do shit on it mainly because they don't like the villain, which is an AI bot basically. Which okay, but give it 10 years and they'll be looking, oh, that movie was ahead of its time with its villain because it's going to be something silly like that. It's worth the price of admission just to see the final climactic scene on the planes that we all know about from the trailers because that is fucking incredible. What Tom Cruise, I know you don't like Tom, but
Fine.
What Tom Cruise does in this it's mind blowing. It is mind blowing what he does. Like, yeah, it's worth paying to see just for that. I'm keen to see it again. What else did I
I
see?
did love Top Gun 2, so I'm giving him a chance.
Which one?
I wouldn't have Top Gun 2.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
So
Yep.
Once again, Dave and I had this bet. And like we exchange programming with each other that neither one of us would normally watch so we exchange. So I
Okay.
went to see his stupid Top Gun 2, and he made me rewatch Top Gun 1, and I was so mad, so mad.
It's
And
the
I'm
same
like,
movie.
So we get in there. Well, I enjoyed number two a lot more. It had more of a storyline, even if it was stolen from Star Wars. And I remember being kind of blown away. And halfway through, not probably not even halfway through. Normally him and I talk in movies, especially if I don't like them. We will banter back and forth.
Okay.
Like we don't interrupt people's viewing pleasure. Don't worry, guys. I'm
Yeah.
not that person. But I will say things under my breath. And the only thing I had to say was at one point I looked up and it was like, since when can Tom Cruise act? And then I went back to the movie. So I
Tom's
was very pleased, but it did feel like Star Wars when they're aiming like it felt like they were trying to blow up the
the Death Star.
Darth Vader ship, the Death Star,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
trying to hit that point. It felt very much like I don't care. I'm giving it a pass because it was good.
Tom Cruise is a great actor. I love that comment. People have forgotten that he can actually act because of he's just done Mission Impossible, basically. But the dude is a good actor, and I'm hoping that after Mission that he goes and does some of those movies that show his talent again. Like,
I mean, truthfully, I liked Days of Thunder and I like
oh,
Cocktail. Like
really? So
I do.
they're probably his two. Well,
Oh,
Days of
I
Thunder
liked
is
Far and
cheesy as
Away.
hell. Yeah, I
I,
need
I
to
liked
rewatch
Far and
Far and Away.
Away. So it's like there are movies that I will begrudgingly admit to in private.
Like he's Oscar nominated. Like I do need to see Born on the Fourth of July again. He's great in Magnolia. He's great in Jerry Maguire. He's fantastic. Like,
He is good in Jerry Maguire. I like that
yeah,
movie. I will
yeah,
give it that. But that
yeah.
was the kid.
The kid makes a lot of that. Yeah, the kid is very helpful in that movie, actually.
Yeah. So there is, that like I said, every now and then he'll surprise me. But and I love
Hmm.
Legend. I even have a special edition of Legend from Arrow because I like Legend.
Legend. Did you tell me about that before, Legend?
I don't think so. Tim
Oh,
Curry plays the devil, and the girl
yeah.
touches the unicorn and time freezes.
Yeah, never seen it with Tim Curry. I
Sarah, yeah, she
never
was
knew
the
it
first
existed.
Harley Quinn.
It's Ridley Scott. Someone was telling me about this recently. If it wasn't you, I don't know who it was. If you're listening, I apologize, but someone was telling me about this movie,
Mia
and I
Sara, I loved ever since Birds of Prey. Did you see her in Birds of Prey, the TV show, not the movie?
no, no, but I
So
do
she
remember
was the
seeing
first.
her in something back in the day when I was a kid and thinking, yeah, she's pretty.
She did the first live action Harley Quinn, and it's
Okay.
really hard for me to see any other version because I know Arlene Sorkin because she was in a lot of stuff. America's Funniest People. So the voice, I knew who, but when they brought her, Mia Sarah doesn't look so far from her. It didn't hurt it. And
Do you know?
Mia Sarah was also in a pilot called Lost in Oz, which I was so obsessed with. And she played the Wicked Witch of the West, and it's a really good
Really?
watch if you look it up. It's unaired, but you can find it. It's very good.
Okay. I'm actually starting to think think I saw her in a movie called The Maddening with Burt Reynolds back
I
in the
haven't
mid
seen that.
90s. It is, I really liked it at the time, but I was probably high when I watched it. But it is basically, it's kind of like Breakdown. Actually, this woman gets kidnapped and trapped in this house, and Burt Reynolds it's just her trying to escape. It's only got a 4.8 on IMDb, but I think it's better than that. I'd need to
Yeah, I'll have to
rewatch
watch
it.
it.
Angie
I'll have to try
Dickinson's
it.
in it as well. Burt Reynolds, Angie Dickinson, and Mia Sara.
Huh.
Yeah,
Well, who knew?
yeah. I don't think you can get that on physical anymore, if it ever was. Yeah, man. I don't know. Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about regarding your collection? I'm not sure what else we can follow up
I
with.
mean, I love the fact that now I have the ability to take more photos and stuff of the really cool
Mm,
sets and stuff that I actually have. It's hard because a lot of the stuff that I would first jump to is stuff I can't show. Like I have like these custom cases that I'm super proud of, and I just got one for like
yeah.
Clue, and I made it with the Muppets and like my Return to Oz from the German movie poster and stuff like that. And I actually take unreleased films and I try to make cases for them too. So I have
Mm.
this section in amongst all these movies of stuff that doesn't exist except for me
I
because
think
I have custom artwork.
I think with the pictures, with the next lot, like we'll have, if you wanted to send me the images of those collections that you have, like
Oh, sure.
well, I guess what we've been talking about, just so people can see what we're talking about as well, like those things you just said, as well as your never-ending story wall, the Oscars setup and all
Mhm.
that. Like, looks really great.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Yes, yes.
Mm,
And I appreciate that. Like it didn't take me all that long to do. Like I'm pretty quick at these things, but I also pack.
mm,
That is one thing we haven't talked about is how I pack my stuff because I pack it with packing
mm.
slip. and I talk about how I can just take them right out of the boxes and put them on the shelves. Well, this time it didn't work because my shelves were different, very
Okay.
different.
Right.
So I actually had to reformat the shelves. So instead of
Oh,
it taking a nice, gentle 4 hours, it took me 3 days.
wow.
It took me 3 days to reconfigure this, and
I
I'm
love your
gonna
passion and devotion to it. It's
it's a
great. Like,
hobby.
I mean, it obviously means a lot to you, and I love it. I love it because I mean, as a fellow collector, like my collection means a lot to me as well. But the way you treat yours and put it on display, it's amazing.
I'm pretty proud of it. I'm not gonna lie. When I was a
Yeah,
little
you
kid,
should
that's all
be.
I really wanted that. Like I went into Cone
Mm,
Video and I saw the displays and I really wanted that. And of course, I didn't even have TV. So like when I started collecting, it was like my idea was someday I'll own all the movies I want. And you know, I still don't own all
yeah.
the movies I want. It's pathetic.
It's funny. I don't know if you ever do, but no, this is the thing. The Amazon Prime sale is on as we talk, and look, I think I've got everything I want, but then there's something else. I'm like, fuck, I want that too, and it's like, oh, that's too good a price to not buy, and it's just, I don't know. I hope
Right?
other
It's
people
very
do
bad.
the same. Yeah, I actually picked up this just this morning. I was out for a walk, and I brought because I 2 3 days. I'm like, no, I don't want to get that. I don't because I got the Blu-ray, but it was Shadow of a Doubt on 4K for
Oh,
$18, and I'm like, of course I'm going to buy that, even though I've got the Blu-ray. I've got to get
I just bought a movie on
4K.
4K called Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead.
Oh yes, yeah,
Because
yeah.
when I worked at the movie store, I remember seeing the case thinking this would be a great watch, and I never got to.
Mm,
And I forgot
yeah.
about it. And then they put it on as one of their Prime deal sales. And I'm like, oh crap, I gotta have that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Is
So I
that
have a
because they
movie now
released
I
that?
haven't even watched.
They did release that in Australia. I think Imprint did it last year, just on a Blu-ray though, not the 4K. And this,
Oh,
yeah,
fair.
this
I don't know who did this one. I think it's
Scream
I
Factory or
don't
something. I think
I almost want to say it
Shout.
was Shout Select, but yeah, I think it was Kino Lorber.
Oh, was it? Yes, I think you're right. Actually, I think
I
you're
think
right.
it's Kino Lorber,
I'm
which I'm
looking it
still
up on
mad at them
Amazon
because
now.
I'm jonesing for movies that they promised and they haven't come out with them yet.
They do that, Kino. They can take their time. It's not even on Amazon for me to even find. It's not even findable. Yeah, but
Um,
Kino will do that. Just be dicks
I
about it.
know. Well, they announced it like a year ago, and it's Nightlife, and
Yeah.
it's a Ben Cross vampire movie that I love. And I have a
Ah.
VHS and even a bootleg that I took from my VHS, which is terrible because it was a store bought and it already had the encryption. So when I
That's
tried to
pretty
do the
cool.
transfer, so
Yeah,
it's like I
yeah.
really want a copy, and they're going to do a Somewhere in Time too, which Somewhere in Time hasn't had an upgrade treatment. I think the best version I got was definitely overseas. I don't even know. You'd probably actually find this cool. Where did I put it? Oh, that would be in time travel. Terrible. I
You
have
got a
this
time travel.
great.
Sorry, do you have a time travel section?
Well, not entirely just time travel, but I try to put them together. There it is.
Okay. I would find it too hard to. What's that called?
Oh, hang
Sorry?
on. So this is the Somewhere in Time, but it's a different language.
It's that's Spanish, I suppose.
Maybe it's printed by Real One.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
imported it. It still has an English soundtrack. It's got this beautiful book and all kinds of stuff with it, and I can't even read it, but it's pretty.
Yeah, yeah.
You've seen Somewhere in Time, right?
No, I haven't. That was Christopher Reeve
Oh,
on the cover, was it?
oh yeah, Christopher Reeves and Jane Seymour
Yeah, no, never seen that. Never
and
seen that.
Christopher Plummer.
Have you seen About Time?
You think I might have? What is
Rachel
that about? Is
McAdams.
that the one where the kid in the birthday party and he get no,
Yeah, yeah. He
where he
learns that.
finds the video recording in his attic and he goes back in time and he's accidentally in his birthday video from a child?
I
Am I
don't
thinking of a
remember
different
that
movie?
part. No,
Kind of,
basically he turns a certain age, and at a certain age, all the men in the family figure they can jump back an hour in time or something like that.
oh, I haven't seen that.
And so it's Donald Gleason, Margot Robbie's in it, Rachel McAdam, and Bill Nye. So I think it's actually directed by Richard Curtis, the guy who did Four Weddings and a Funeral and stuff. You should. It's a
That sounds
fantastic
great.
film. It's really about the film's really about a father-son relationship, but in the meantime, he's falling in love with Rachel McAdam while he's got the hots for Margot Robbie, because, what a tough choice that would be. But I don't know what he does because I've only seen it the once, but I really love it. I own it.
Kind
I
of sounds
hunted
like.
it down.
Have you ever seen Frequency?
Yes, I saw that. I've seen that once in the cinema with my dad in the day, and that was really cool. I'd love to see that
I,
on physical.
yeah, that was a really good movie too. It just
Yeah,
reminded me when you were describing it. Like God, that reminds me a little bit of.
I still remember parts of that movie, well, especially the ending, because isn't Jake Busey in that as well? Playing a
I think so.
douchebag as
Yeah.
he always did. Yeah. He's good. Makes me kind of think he's a douchebag in real life because he plays one in every movie.
Sometimes they're opposite. That's what's really weird.
Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, Ben Affleck was the same. I still struggle to get into Ben Affleck for the simple fact that the first two movies I saw him in, he's an absolute prick in
Yeah, yeah.
Mall Rats, and 10 Days About You, Dazed About You, Dazed and Confused. I
He's
had
like
two
confused.
movies in my head
Yeah.
then. He's an asshole in both of those, and ever since I've seen him in other movies since, I'm like, nah. I don't like this guy, but then I've seen him in interviews. He's a super intelligent bloke. Actually, he's really really smart.
Well, we just went and saw Dogma in the theater again.
Oh, you bastard! Yeah,
Because
yeah, yeah.
it's coming from Umbrella. You're getting
I
a
know.
release from Umbrella.
Well, yes. Umbrella were the first to announce that it will be a Lionsgate film. Like Lions, you'll get
I'm
it from
assuming
Lionsgate in the
I'm
US.
assuming that's why I haven't jumped on the Umbrella one,
No,
because it's
no,
like I probably want one that, like, I do have a region free player, so it doesn't really matter. But
no. You won't need to. I know. Well, I know for a fact that Kevin Smith deals with Lionsgate when it comes to physical media, and they'll be doing it in a steelbook.
yeah, I
Yeah.
expect that.
So what Umbrella do, whatever Umbrella do, I'm getting the biggest, fattest box that they sell of it. I don't care what the price is because it's one of my all-time favorites. Like I love Dogma.
I love
Um,
that movie. It's so good. I saw it in theaters
yeah.
back when it first came out.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
And
don't even
Joe
know if it was.
loved him because of Clerks. So
Yes.
we went and saw that. So
Well, this,
yeah, I got lucky. I got to see it right off the bat.
yeah, I'm a big fan of Dogma. Look, I love Clerks. Clerks hit me at the right time in my life.
I
I was
love
actually,
Clerks. I love the animated series. I
yeah,
Number two,
never,
I remember finding very funny. I have not watched it in a long time. I only remember the one scene, I think, with the mule. But other than that,
yes.
I need to rewatch it.
I a lot of people have a big love for Clerks too, but I wasn't. I guess I went in with expectations of a different movie, but I didn't like Clerks 2 as much as a lot of other people, but I like Clerks 3 a lot more than other people. I actually really like Clerks 3 because again that hit me because we're not too far apart in age, me and Kevin Smith. I mean, 5 or so years. He writes to his life experiences, and when I watch Clerks, that hit me at the right time because I was a clerk at a video store when I saw that, and it was
We must be.
hilarious.
I was born in the '70s, like
Yeah,
late
same.
'70s. Okay,
77.
so yeah, it's like yeah, that hits. Yep.
I'm going to have my 50th anniversary at the same time Star Wars does. So it's going to be really interesting what they do for 50th
See,
anniversary.
I'm 79. I'm right at
Right.
the end.
Yep, yep,
I'm
yep.
not 77. I'm 79.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it's a lot of love for movies about when they hit you. I mean, Dogma. I watched Dogma when I was grappling with my, at that age, my whether I had a belief system or not, and that kind of helped me with some thoughts and whatnot as well. Plus, it's a hilarious movie. Like Jay and Silent Bob
That's
in that movie. It's impressive.
another movie that I picked up with this last Criterion sale was Train Spotting, and then I bought Train
Oh
Spotting
yeah.
too.
Yes. See, I like T2 quite a bit. I like that more than most people.
Dave introduced them to me this past year. I didn't see it
Mm,
originally, and I'm kind of
okay.
sad I didn't because it was so good.
Did you
Them.
like them?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you seen The
Yeah.
Beach? Another Danny Boyle movie called The Beach with DiCaprio?
Oh yeah. I saw
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
when it first came out. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that in
That was
cinemas as
great.
well.
That was right
I
after
love that. On Beach, yeah, unashamedly love The Beach. Again, something we need a 4K for, which will probably never happen because I think it's a Disney title now, isn't it? I don't know.
I think it always was. Didn't it come out from Miramax? It's
Yes,
Miramax back
yes,
then.
you are
Yeah.
right. See, I only have The Beach
Yeah.
on DVD, which sucks. I do want at least a Blu-ray of it would be lovely, but I don't know if that's even possible.
I don't know. There's a lot. Although I'm having more hope with the boutiques, with all the boutique releases that are coming. I'm
Yeah.
actually excited because it feels like more and more random stuff is coming. And it's just like, oh, okay, that's odd. I didn't think that title would come. You know what I mean? And I'm seeing those announcements and more, and I'm like, huh.
Yeah, it's been we are getting spoiled, and I actually did a show last night with my mate, the Wasteland Reviewer. If you want to check out on YouTube, that'll be released soon for
Yes,
you. But it's basically about physical media. So he interviewed me. We just had a discussion about it, and again, I kind of lost the point I was trying to make. but yeah, we were talking about films that we'd like to see come, and some of the well, actually,
Well, art houses, and we're getting more better releases than
yes,
stuff I never thought we would.
yeah, that's what we're talking about, the future of physical media and where we see it going. And for me, yeah, a lot of it is boutique. It's definitely going boutique from those, especially catalog titles, because Universal, you see Universal, Paramount, and even Warner selling some of their catalog titles to those boutique labels because they don't think they see a market in it. Because thankfully, the studio heads from a lot of those companies are just dumb as mud when it comes to physical
Yeah,
media, and they don't think what's going to
but
sell is going to sell. So they do palm it off. They go, "Oh yeah, we were never going to release it, so you can release it," thinking they were
I've
never going to
discovered
sell it.
another art house I hadn't. Have you ever heard of Eureka?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Eureka's British. I've got a lot. Eureka do good work. I've got a few of their things.
So they released The Secret of Nim, which I had to because that's
Ah,
gorgeous.
yep, yep.
I couldn't even say no. And then I got a copy of Watership Down from them,
Ah,
and
okay.
I'm like,
Yes.
so it's like I hadn't even heard of them, and now I'm like, oh, they've now
Th-
crossed my radar.
They have a great series called Masters of Cinema, which I have a lot of old
Oh,
classics from them on that. Yeah, there's a lot of, even if you go onto Eureka website, you'll just see
I'll
they'll
have to
have their
do
own
that.
section, Masters of Cinema. A lot of old Billy Wilder films, a lot of, I don't know, just a lot of classic films that you just can't get, and I've got lots of those.
Shout Factory just or Shout Kino Lorber. I saw. I
Mm.
almost bought it. I haven't done it yet. All the road movies, The Road to Morocco, The Road to the
Hey,
Blood Hope.
I
Yeah,
didn't know that. I did not know that. So, sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
I was like, there's all nine films for $50 right now, and that's
Really?
and it's like, oh, I think I want that.
They would be cool because I only know about them because of they do parody
Family
episodes in
Guy.
Family Guy. Stewie and Brian. Yeah.
So I grew up with them because of my grandma.
Gotcha. Yep, yep, yep. Well, there's a lot
Yeah.
of Imprint are actually have released a lot of Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis. They've got various sets of those movies, and I would love to get those. But the DVD set is really cheap with 13 movies, but the Blu-ray set has got 6 movies and is really expensive, and I'm just torn
They're
between what I
killing me
want.
with it. They're killing
Yes.
me with Hitchcock.
Yeah, I know, I know. So out of that whole announcement that they did with the Hitchcock stuff, the only thing I really want in there is the Powell and Pressburger set, which I am absolutely going to be getting. But this out of that Hitchcock stuff, I either own it or I don't want to own it, or they're charging too much, and I'm like, I'm not going to get it off the bat.
Well, I already own it all, and the stuff that they have,
Ah,
I don't see the need to transfer up from DVD to
yeah.
it's blue. I only think it's a Blu-ray too. I don't even think it's 4K,
No, they're only Blu-ray
and I
now.
and I just don't see the need. I did get a couple of their sets that we didn't have, like the Alfred Hitchcock
Hmm.
Presents that did the
Yes.
80s,
Yep, yep.
because I didn't have them.
Mm.
And I actually have their Alfred Hitchcock Hour. I think it's them that released it the first time on DVD.
Yeah, I think they did.
But still, and besides, my favorite Hitchcock set's still those tin cans.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Like it's like I can't like if I did have the notion to get the movies in a better edition and then flip them out in the cans, and I'm like, no, I want to leave this set true to itself.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, I think there's a good future for us anyway, as collectors. I think it's definitely growing. Streaming is killing a lot of stuff. People are
Yeah,
getting a bit fed up with streaming, purely from a cost perspective. They charge more now. They're showing ads and blah, blah, blah. So,
it's basically cable. It's cable digital.
well,
It's digital.
exactly, exactly. Physical will. It's already showing signs of making a comeback. I mean, Sony have reported increased sales. There's a store in England, like a bricks and mortar store, HMV in the UK, that
Oh,
reporting that their sales have increased in physical. Yeah, I think the signs are positive, but it is going to be expensive for us because I think it's going to be more boutique. There's going to be art cards and hard boxes and lenticulars and just all the extras that cost them bugger all, but they can charge an arm and a leg for it. So if we want these movies, we're going to have to pay for them, I think.
yeah. Which sadly, that's what I do. It was like, yep,
Mm.
I need that. You know, like Disney Movie Club when they went out, and I have almost pretty much a complete set of Disney Movie Club stuff. What I mean by that is I have at least one version of everything Disney Movie Club came out with. Some I didn't convert everything to Blu-ray, but I do have a large Blu-ray section of them. But
Hmm.
Disney Movie Club had all these exclusives, and I'm so sad that they're gone. But they just popped up on, I think it's Groove Entertainment, that they must have bought
Oh,
some of the overstocks.
is it pronounced groove? Is it GRUV? Because I thought,
Yeah.
oh, okay. I always, when read it, I always say Grove. I don't know. It was a must. Groove makes more
Uh,
sense though. It does make more sense because I say
yeah.
Grove. So I don't know. I've never heard anyone say it before. I
Oh,
don't know.
that's funny.
Yeah, yeah. We don't
So,
have that here. Do you guys, you have,
by,
I'm going to give you a recommendation because you're in the US. Have you checked
Mhm.
out Movies Unlimited?
Oh, I've known about them since VHS days,
Oh,
of
okay,
course.
good. Good, good, good. Okay. I've recently
Like,
just because I listened to the Movies That Made Me podcast, they're the sponsor, and so I actually went on there and I actually picked up the Sean Connery 4K set from them because I got it cheaper imported than I'd got it
you might want to
Australia.
try Critics' Choice too, because Critics'
Oh,
Choice is like them. Critics' Choice Video.
do they ship to Australia?
I have no idea. I've never lived in Australia to try it.
Fair point. Fair point. I'm going to look
And
them up.
FYE still exists online too.
FYE.
FYE for your entertainment. They used to
Oh,
have a
okay.
lot of big movie stores here, and now they're pretty much the stores that are left are more. They got rid of all the movie aspects, so I don't go there when I see them. But
Is
they
it
still have a
CC
lot
video? Sorry to interrupt. Is
video.
video?
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
Because I
Critics'
typed in
Choice Video.
Critics' Choice and I just kept getting Critics' Choice Awards.
Oh, so CCV Video, Critics' Choice Video,
Yeah, okay. Free shipping on orders. Yeah, so that'd be
and
less
they're like
though.
Movies Unlimited. Yeah, Movies
Right.
Unlimited was the only way I could get some of my VHSs back in the day.
Gotcha. What I want more brick and mortar stores though. Like it's really sad that everything's pushed online because there was nothing
I'd
better
be
than
into
how great would it be to have a physical media store where you could buy the physical media, but it was set out like a blockbuster. Like how great would that be? Because part of it was going through, mate, part of the fun of renting a movie was browsing through the aisles of these gigantic stores and picking what you wanted to watch. Like it was,
So here in Portland, that Music Millennium, that's what they're like.
right.
So like that
That's what I want.
one store, they stock Arrow, they stock Imprint, they stock Umbrella. They have like I don't know 10 or 12 boutique titles companies that they stock in their
Mm,
regular stock, as well as other new titles. And then they have a used section as well. And the store is huge. It's I'm trying to give you something like it's probably three of my old room.
right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's massive.
So yeah,
Okay, I'm on this site. You've got me on this bloody site. I really don't want to spend any more money,
you're welcome.
but I'm looking for
Oh,
some.
do you want another fun fact that nobody knows, and I don't know why? People joke around that Columbia House Video doesn't exist and blah 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 blah. You remember the days in the '80s with Columbia House? Columbia House still exists. You can go online and you can still buy movies through a movie club,
Oh, okay.
which I
What's it?
find ironic that nobody like everyone jokes about it. I see it all the time. Who remembers this? And they're all nostalgic. It's like,
Yeah.
guys, you can still go over. You can still buy
Tell me where.
Columbia House. It's a online.
Columbia House.
It's Columbia House.
Okay, let's do it. I'm looking at it while we're talking. This is great
Oh,
radio.
that's
Well,
fun.
there you go. There
Yeah,
you
I have
go.
lots of information on where to buy shit. I promise.
Yeah, yeah.
I spend 60% of my time, maybe 70% of my time on the internet researching. That's what I do.
That's amazing. It's the problem.
It's very bad.
There's not a
It's a
lot
very bad
here to
habit.
buy though. Doesn't look like. Yeah, see, BlackBerry's one on their front page. It's sad that never seen a physical for that in Australia.
Oh, oh, it won't let you buy because you're in Australia, probably.
No, no, no. Well, there's just no physical release of it in Australia, and I actually really like
Oh,
BlackBerry.
very fair.
Good movie. And this is the thing. Another thing I had talking about last night was the pirating side of it. Is that
Right.
as much as we're against pirating, sometimes you don't have an option to see these movies. So especially in
So that's
Australia.
where, well, so I have a gray area rule. If the companies won't put it out for me to buy,
Yes.
then I don't have a choice. When they
Yes.
do, I buy it. But
Yes.
if they don't, I have bootlegs. I have lots of stuff that they have not released.
Well, yeah, you were
Uh,
talking about your screeners and stuff before as well, right? So
yeah, I have screeners too, but at
yeah,
least screeners are kind of a legal copy. But I mean, I
yeah,
do have bootlegs. I'm not one of those people that be like, oh my God, grasp for my pearls, and be like, oh,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
like bootlegs exist for a reason. People will make money off of it if the companies won't. If the companies would do it, I would buy from them first.
yeah.
My
I'm
collection should.
exactly the same. I'm exactly the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just before, because I probably should sign off, I need to get some lunch. But just before I want to recommend the best movie I've seen so far this year in the theater was Sinners. Have you watched Sinners yet?
Yes.
Yes.
It was a very, very good movie. I wish
Yeah.
they didn't put the snake in it. It made me jump. I don't like snake. Don't like snakes at
Ah,
all. However, it was still a good movie. I got to give it credit. It was pretty incredible.
yeah, I watched it twice now. I watched it on Max or HBO Max again now. And they have the IMAX ratio, so I'm hoping the 4K release has the IMAX in it as well. Because I'm not 100% sure at this stage, but it looks really, really good. The way that you see the aspect ratio change and whatnot, it's fantastic. And the steelbook's actually already sold out here in Australia. You can't, it's not even released, but you can't buy it online anymore.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
I like Superman went live, and I know I,
Mm.
I already bought those too because that's not going to last.
No, I
You have
probably
to
won't.
pre-buy now. You have to buy everything in advance.
Yeah, it's on the store here too, Superman. But yeah, that probably will sell out. I actually want to go to the
You guys
cinema
are
and
getting
watch that.
different covers. There's like 3 covers overseas.
Is there
Yes.
this one here that I can't? The cover that on here says it's not the final artwork, so it's just a picture of Corin Sweat on the cover. Is it Corin Sweet or Corin Sweat? Because it's spelled Sweat.
I think it's Sweat, but I could be wrong
Yeah, I don't know why I'm asking. That's okay. I'm just thinking out loud.
because it was a good
Um,
question. Sometimes I know the answers, but I just don't know the answer.
Yeah. All right. Well, I probably should wrap it up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for the chat. It was great. Thanks for coming back again. And we'll figure out something to get you back on the show, to be honest. We might do a theme episode or something one day of
Oh yeah.
something.
I'll come back anytime you want me to. I think
Yeah.
this is fun.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, it's always fun to talk about movies and your passion, right? So yeah, no, I do appreciate that. If you think of a theme before I do, let me know and we can do something. I know I want to do a
Cool.
Halloween. I don't know how much you are into horror, but I've probably got another guy to lined up. I do want to do
I
a
got
Halloween
married on
theme one.
Halloween. Like
Did
I got
you?
married on Halloween at a
Yeah, right.
castle.
Oh, I think you might have told me. Did you tell me that? I don't. You maybe
I
not. I don't
probably
know.
did.
Yeah,
Yeah, we have so many good conversations now. I probably
yeah,
have.
yeah. Possibly. Well, that's cool. All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Well,
got
look.
one more thing to tell you though before we
Yeah.
hang
Okay.
up.
Sure.
So we sat there and we were having a alarm system installed at the new at
Mm-hmm.
our new house.
Yep.
And the guy who came over, he saw my movie posters and we
Uh-huh.
started talking about movies. It's like, yeah, you think this is cool? All right, come with me. So I brought him downstairs so I
Yep.
could show him this room. And he was like, oh my God, this is so cool. He was like, and he's looking around. It's like, you should have seen the way it used to look. So I pull out my phone and I pull up my photos.
Yep.
And he was like, wait a minute. He was like, are you in a Facebook group? And I'm like,
Oh.
"Huh? I'm in a couple. He was like, no way. I have your collection saved to my phone.
Oh. Wow. That's awesome.
He's like, I've never met somebody from my group before.
That is so. That's really cool.
So we had this whole geek out experience. It's like I said the post I was moving to Oregon. He was like,
Yeah.
yeah, but I think, but yeah, because he's a big movie guy too. And then he had been kind of, I think he'd been a little bit of a movie snob. He had his DVDs up in the attic, and he was only really focused on steelbooks and his 4Ks. And
Uh-huh.
then he messaged me, and he was like, "I'm pulling the DVDs down," and it was like exactly because it
Yeah.
doesn't all have to be one type of film. 4Ks are very nice. Don't get me wrong. I can
Mm.
appreciate them. But there is
Yeah.
still a
Yeah.
place in this world for DVD for the movies that don't just need the upgrade. You just want to have them to watch.
Yeah, DVDs are getting a bit nostalgic now. I mean, I still have a few DVDs, especially those old 80s comedies that I really love that you just can't get
There's
on any other format. And there's some DVD, a lot of it depends again on how they were encoded or even on
right.
the definition, because some of them do look bad, some of them look really quite fine, honestly.
Yeah, some look fun. But the problem is when you remember old 80s TV, it all looks better than that.
Oh yeah, yeah. People who go back to watch VHS, like I had a mate,
Yeah.
a guy I'm friends with on Instagram posted because he has a lot of VHS and he was put something in and started playing it, and I'm like, thank fuck you showed me that because, well, thank fuck you posted it. He didn't show it to me specifically because it just made me go, I'm so glad I never went back down the VHS rabbit hole to start collecting
Right.
them because that just looks atrocious. I couldn't go back to watching that.
So the VHSs I have, because I do have quite a few still, are
Mm.
mainly for the artwork or stuff that's not made it to DVD. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And I have disposed of a great. At one point, I had 8,000 VHS tapes in my heyday. So
Far out.
yeah, I'm definitely down.
I had lots because I used to rent. I had a dual VHS player, and I was able to tape the movies to another player. And because you
I
had
did that.
extra, yeah, because you had long play or extra long play, you could actually fit 3 or 4 movies onto a tape. So I had rows of just blank tapes that had
That's
my
cool.
movies on. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's exactly what I had. Yep. And it was,
Uh,
yeah, I mean, it does ruin the experience of the movie, but I mean, it
oh,
was VHS, but
I got to show you something cool too. So, you know how you ever go onto the video sites and everybody complains about the Disney clams and blah 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 blah,
yeah,
how they're not
yep.
valuable. So this is a screener of
Oh,
with temporary artwork. The whole cover of this Little Mermaid, the cover is identical. The
yeah,
spine and the back are very different,
right.
and on the store bought one, Sebastian's on the back, but this weird
Huh.
teal green, which I don't know if it's showing up so well, is not the sky blue that we all had. And I'm
Yeah,
so excited that I got that. And
yeah.
I'm like, yes, there are Disneys that don't have value by immensely, but then there's the cool
Mm.
ones.
Yeah, you'd have some gems. You'd have to have some gems in there that people would pay a fortune for, I reckon. You'd have to.
It's just cool. Like it's not all garbage.
Yeah, no, no, definitely not. I guess on
I
that
don't.
note, sorry,
Do you remember this 5 Mile Creek?
never heard of it. Never heard of 5 Mile Creek.
It's filmed in Australia.
Really?
It's Nicole Kidman's first TV show.
Oh, wow. Yeah, never heard of it.
She's like,
Yep.
she's like
Doesn't surprise
13,
me. Wow. She was 13.
but now I have a place to display
Yeah,
it.
yeah, wow. That's impressive. Yeah. It's insane collection. Anyway, we'll get some more photos and we'll post them with this show when it
Wait,
drops. Thank you again, man, for your time again. And thanks for
wait.
listening, listeners. Just to remind, Curbside Collections is a part of the SPDM Crew Podcasting Network. Check it out wherever you get your podcasts, and you'll find something that you like. If it's not this, we cover a lot of topics. So thank you all for listening and tuning in. Again, Richard, thanks for sharing your epic collection with us all, and have a good one, my man.
Thanks for joining me on my move.
Yeah, 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 absolutely. It's been great. It's like I was invested, so yeah, it's been a good journey for all of us.
I did gain you out of this. That's super cool.
Yeah.
you're just somebody that sent me a message, and now it's like now we're really good friends. I love it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's great. Look, and I've done that with a lot of people. When I saw your collection, I had to message you and say, "Man, do you want to be on my show?" And the fact you said yes was like, sweet. It was great. I've done that a
I
few
don't think
times to
I've
some
ever
people.
been more honored in my life. I'm like, you want to interview me? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's that impressive.
Well, it is. It is. I mean, I've seen some people comment on there as well. Even on the post I shared there's a 4K page in just devoted to Australia, and I
Oh,
posted
cool.
it in there, and they were like, someone actually tagged, I must have been their wife, and was like, and you thought I had a big collection, and it was just there. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, good.
That
People are
makes me
loving it.
happy.
Yeah, yeah, it's really good. Anyway, we'll sign off. Thanks for listening, everyone, and we'll see you next time on Curbside Collections.
Have a good night, guys.